How's it, Ryan? How are you today? Busy? Busy at work?
Yeah, the usual.
Yeah. Did you get to train today?
Not yet. Tonight after work.
Oh, you train at night usually.
Yeah, I try. I can do it sometimes in the morning, but usually it's usually at night. Where do you train at in Big Island?
I train at Roma Jiu-Jitsu. It's
Okay. Yep.
okay. What team are you with?
Trickster Studio.
Where's that?
It's in Kapolei.
In Kapolei.
So it's under Jeremy Nita. We used to be part of Mad Tiger,
Okay.
and then when COVID hit, Jeremy started his own gym. So I was trying to decide which to go back and forth, and I went with Jeremy.
Where is Jeremy from?
He's from Waianae, West Side, but he trained guys back up with Eric Gu from Mad Tiger.
Oh, okay.
The school used to be in Mililani, and then I think right before COVID, they moved to Wahiawa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go check out your folks' place in the future, huh?
Yeah. I gotta make it out to Big Island. It's funny, me and my girlfriend were just like talking about it. I was like, when's the last time you were in Big Island? She's like, yeah, I think like 20, 30 years ago. I'm like, yeah, I think so. Me too. I haven't been there for so long.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah, so we can talk about all kind of stuff, but Okinawan stuff, jiu-jitsu,
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so why don't you just, I guess, introduce yourself and I guess where your Okinawan ancestors came from and all that.
Cool. My name is Ryan Arakaki, island of Oahu. So my Okinawan ancestors, so I know I am fourth generation. My great-grandparents came to Hawaii a long time ago. I know they lived in Maui for a while and then they moved to Oahu. They are from Asaguchikawa. Mm-hmm. And my dad's side, that's my grandma's side, or my mom's side. My dad's side is Kuba.
Oh, okay.
That's both of the villages. That's all I can kind of remember. But I still go back to Asaguchikawa every once in a great while. I think the last time I was in Okinawa was right before COVID during the, what is that thing called? I'm so bad.
The Taikai.
Taikai. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh, you went to the Taikai.
I did. That was pretty crazy. It was cool to see all the Okinawans from around the world. Like, I remember seeing Brazilians speaking Portuguese and then a little bit of Japanese, but no English. And I was tripping. I was like, what?
I know.
And they look like local. And they look local. So I just like, what? It was crazy. And planning from like Argentina. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty cool to see and like check out.
So was there, I've never been to that Taikai. So like, was there a lot of like interaction between like a lot of the Okinawans?
Yeah, it's like the vibe was super cool. You could, cause there was like a parade where all the Okinawans from wherever you're from, Hawaii, Brazil, like wherever continent, like had from like Texas, like it was super cool. Just, and everybody would like kind of represent their flag. Like Hawaii people pretty much all had like aloha shirts and they had like rock the Hawaiian. So everybody kind of marches in this one big parade. And there's different like festival stuff during that time too. I remember like at the stadium, there's like food and like a lot of like just like acts and shows and music. It was pretty cool, man. It was different. My mom and dad went, and I was like, oh, I'll go check it out. So when I went there, I think it might have been probably like 8 years ago. I know they had one right after COVID, but I heard it was smaller and stuff. But might go back to Okinawa maybe this October with my family.
Oh, yeah?
But we'll see though. Yeah.
For what?
Should be fun.
For
just, my parents are getting older, so I think my mom wants to go take one more trip, just check it out, say what's up to all the family, and then just like to go back. I think that, like I said, the last time we were there were like 8 years ago, so time, I guess everyone wants to go back.
So you met your family that lives in Okinawa.
Yeah. So my auntie, it's funny, we just call her Japan auntie, but my grandma's sister was probably the last of like their generation, but I still have a couple cousins. I have cousins there, and I think I have like 2 or 3 other aunties and uncles over there. So we always go back to the village and then see everybody and just to hang out. And thank God for Google Translate, because we can like I can talk a little bit easier because my Japanese sucks really bad. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Could they speak English?
Yeah, a little bit. Some of my cousins can. The cool thing is I'm so bad. He's kind of like my uncle. He is like, he's a little bit older. He's like a professor, and he's trying to actually help bring back the Okinawan language to Okinawa. So like, just like documenting a lot of the old language and everything. I forget what university he kind of works at. He's a little bit older too. But when I learned about that, I was like, oh wow, that's kind of cool. Using really cool stuff, kind of like trying to preserve, the language, which I didn't even know about it until like probably like a few years ago.
Yeah. What's his name?
His name is, geez, I am so bad. It will come to me. I'm so bad. He's not like, I'm not really close with him, but like when he comes to Hawaii, to hang out and stuff. Yeah.
He's a professor at one of the universities.
Yeah. Let's see. My auntie might have an email, and I'm so bad.
No, that's okay. I mean, just if you could send me his name later. I'm just curious about like.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
Because that's one thing that we always talk about is like my son goes to a Hawaiian immersion school down in Big Island, and we always talk about like when is like the first Okinawan immersion school going to start? Because
right.
I mean that's like that's kind of like the beginning. You start with that and you just build from that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's good that your uncle is like seems like one of the people that's trying to push for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy that I mean, prior to learning about it, I had no idea that like we had our own language, our own dialect and everything. And then when my mom says like, oh, it didn't sound like Japanese. It didn't sound so eloquent. It was a lot more harsher and choppy, she said. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. It sounded,
cool.
I mean, when I hear it, it sounds kind of like, it sounds a little bit Chinese, so like.
Yeah, that's what my mom said. It says kind of a little harsher. She said almost like aggressive Chinese a little bit. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So did you hear the language like from anybody when you was growing up?
No. I think all of my grandma them. I remember my great grandma them a little bit. I can't remember them talking, but I'm pretty sure everybody just spoke Japanese. Yeah. Not so much Okinawan.
Yeah, me too. I mean, both of my grandpas, they was born in Hawaii, but they actually went back to Okinawa and they grew up in Okinawa until like, I don't know, maybe like the early 20s, and then they came back to Hawaii after that again, so they could speak Uchi no Gucci.
Both. Oh wow!
But we never heard them speak, so it's just kind of strange that we never heard them talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool that at least they were even knew the language and still spoke it. That's pretty.
Yeah. So how about like the rest of the Okinawan culture stuff when you was growing up? Did you hear? I mean, did you see, or what did you folks do, or like what do you remember?
So, growing up, it's crazy because when you're a little kid, I just figured I was Japanese, right? But my mom always told me you're not Japanese from when I was like super little, and I didn't understand it for a little bit because you're just a dumb little kid, right? So she's like, "Hey, just to let you know, you're not Japanese. You're Okinawan. You're actually a full 100% Okinawan." I'm like, "Whoa, that's okay." And then she's like, "It's an island," and then she had to break it down. And when you're little, it's like, okay, cool. I still remember when people ask me, "Are you Japanese?" I'd be like, "Yeah, Japanese." But then, like, as I got older, like, no, I'm like Okinawan. And then people are like, "Oh, okay." I guess too, there's more awareness with like TV shows, and like people kind of know where Okinawa is and stuff too. So, but when I was little, there was this lot of picnics. I don't know if they have that in down there. So a lot of the villages picnics. So we would always go mostly to my mom's side, the Azi Gushikawa, and I just remember like seeing a whole bunch of just kids and grandparents, auntie, uncles, and you just play games and pretty much just eat, have fun with the family. And I remember going to that every year. And then I remember my dad's side as well. Theirs was a little bit smaller, but I remember the Azi Gushikawa one. It was always at Ala Moana Beach Park down here, and it was big. I just remember seeing like tons of people, but like we'd take the whole park up, like guarantee. It was fun. It was fun. That's my earliest remembers of like slowly getting to know about like my culture and heritage of being Okinawan. So that's the earliest memories I think I have.
How about now? Do you know if that group still exists?
Yep, it's still really prevalent. They still do have the picnics. I haven't gone to one since I was probably back in high school, maybe, and not even at that, but it still goes on. I guess when you get older, I just remember it was more for families, and then like now it's just like I would go back. I would go check it out for sure. I know my dad's side doesn't really have too much big picnics, but I know we just had like a kind of like a big lunch where everybody kind of just went to like the Natsunoya tea house, and then they just had like a big lunch with the whole village people, and it was yeah. So there's still stuff going on. I just some stuff I'm not too aware, but yeah.
I mean, I'm from Pearl City originally, so yeah, so I remember going to some of the picnics too. You know,
yep.
I said we had it. Ours was at the Kapiolani Park. So
okay.
But I remember the games, and then I don't know, we would win like school supplies and like toilet paper.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Paper towel. I remember like winning paper towel and like pencils, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, you know, same thing. But you're little kids, so you're like, cool, get toilet paper and some pens, solid.
I remember like. Did you folks have those games? I remember they had the games where you'd be jumping in like the rice sack or something, and then
Yep, exactly. Yep. Instead of potato sack, it was the rice bag, and then like balancing like one egg on one spoon or something like just like random weird funny stuff. But yeah, I totally still remember that. Like yeah.
And then they had the slippers. You had the slippers with the two people walking on the slippers.
Yep. And it was like it was like ghetto rigged, right? They like made it just for that event. Yep. Holy crap! Man. I think everybody had that same game. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, it was really a good event, I guess, just to bring like that community together. You know,
and you still, I mean, it's fun because I still remember it. Like how you say, we're just talking about it. We still remember it. So.
I don't even know if like, you know, my family club still does that kind of stuff, but it'll be good. I would like to take my kids to that sometime, just to see. Is
there a lot of Okinawan like events down in Big Island?
Not really. I joined the local club over here. It's a little bit different, you know, because it's smaller, so they don't have, you know, all the, I guess the area clubs, you know, they just have like one big club.
One big club.
Yeah. But they don't have...
That's still cool.
Yeah, they don't have like the picnic stuff that we had on Oahu.
Right.
But unfortunately, it's, you know, I think, I don't, there's not very many younger people, I guess, that go to it, you know.
Right.
So when you go to like, they have a Shinenkai and a Bonenkai, which a lot of times is celebrating the elder generation, yeah?
Yep.
So we're trying to recruit, you know, a lot of younger people if we can, and, you know, more families. Right. Yeah, so we haven't been that successful yet, but we're trying.
Now I gotta let you, like, hook you, it's crazy. So like, my dad started volunteering for the HUOA down here a while ago, and he would always tell me like, hey, you should volunteer. And being younger, I'm like, oh dude, I don't have time. He's like, you got to make time. I was like, you do have a point there. But of course, I mean, when I was younger, I was either skateboarding. Now it's like jiu-jitsu. So, but whatever I can do to help him. And then, so like my dad kind of helped me connect with some of the people that at the HUOA, and that's one of their main goals, is exactly like we just said, is they're trying to kind of grasp the next generation, right? So like all of us now, I mean, I don't have kids, but like other people like now, like around my age would have kids, and they want to just keep on passing it on to the next generation. So I can see how they're trying to include different events and then things. So I think my dad's idea, and as well some other people over there, is to kind of like with our brand information kind of help bridge that connection with like youth to our heritage. So like whatever, just like how like there's a lot of brands that focus on Hawaiian, you know, like history, heritage, and we try to connect that Okinawan story, heritage with the apparel, and then kind of connect it to the youth, and then always try to bridge it and give it back to the HUOA down here in Hawaii. So yeah, my dad's been doing that. He's pretty active in all of that stuff. So whatever he needs me to do, whatever like I can help out with, whether on like the apparel side or whatever else, like I'm slowly trying to get help and be a little bit more involved.
Oh, good.
Whatever way I can. Yeah.
What does your dad do with HUA?
So he was been volunteering for a long time, and then now he's just one of the board members or something. He's not like the president or anything, but he's on that big board, and yeah, he's been just constantly always like volunteering for them. So it's like he does everything from, I think, helping out, especially with like the Okinawan festivals. He helps plan out like the layouts and all of that stuff, and then certain events. And he's always active. Like everything, where are you at? Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. So yeah, he's always like, he's like the super volunteer dude.
Oh,
so
that's good.
He's always like doing stuff. Yeah.
So how long have you folks been connected with the Okinawan Festival?
So I think the first one was right before COVID. We started talking to them, and then that was super cool. I got to meet at the time. It was Lisa and Courtney that was the president, the vice president, and they're a little bit younger too. So they kind of knew the brand and like, oh, would you guys want to do something? I was like, oh, hell yeah. I'll be super like honored, and stoked. So we started talking, and then every year it just kind of became a thing. Like, oh, do you guys want to do something? And like, yeah, we're down. So like almost every year they've been kind of including us in doing like either a special project or help them like do fundraising or whatever we can do to help, and it's super cool for us to like, involve our design. Like, so like 3 out of my 4 partners, my other 2 partners are Okinawan.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, they're half.
Wow.
So we all have connections to that too, right? So and they did a lot of the design, so they get to incorporate their inspiration and design aesthetic to like Okinawan stuff too. So they're just as stoked to like design the stuff for the Okinawan festivals and stuff.
Yeah, I'm old, so I didn't even know information actually, and then
you don't look old. You don't look old. It's jiu-jitsu, right? Keeps you young.
It's the jiu-jitsu and the Okinawan heritage, baby.
Yeah.
So we had a booth. 2023 was the first year we had the booth at the Okinawan Festival, and then
nice.
Yeah, and then I saw your folks' stuff. I saw your jerseys and the hats and everything, and I was like, wow, this is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just by random Okinawan synchronicity, that Miley girl video popped into my YouTube feed. And they're interviewing you. I was like, this guy's Okinawan. Okay, so
you seen the last name, yeah? Oh, Arakaki. Okay.
So I was like, I gotta talk to you. So yes, I'm just so happy that you folks are doing what you do and like supporting the event. And I mean, you folks have all the collabs with HOA and then the Beer Lab collab too, yeah?
Yeah. We've been just really lucky and blessed to be like have friends of friends and just link up with the right partners, whether it's like food or apparel or different organizations and stuff. So we're very lucky and blessed to like meet the right people and as well as they would want to do something with us, that we're just still a small little brand. Like perception on the outside might seem bigger, but to us we're just like 4 local boys doing what we do, nothing else. We're just always working. So when other brands or whatever approach us, we're like, holy crap, you guys want to do that with us? Oh, yeah, we're down. So, yeah, we're always like super stoked. And it's always fun working on projects with people, especially if we can give back. Like, that's probably like the coolest thing, too.
So, how about the Beer Lab? Are the Beer Lab owners also Okinawan?
Yes, I want to say Nick is half, I think, or one of his partners are. So we've done a project prior with them before even the Okinawan Festival stuff. So when Okinawan Festival came around, they're like, oh, we're doing a beer. I was like, oh, sick. And then it's like, hey, we need a design for a can for the stuff. And it's like, you want to use the Bingata print that we've been putting on the other stuff and do a t-shirt? You're like, okay. So like we did that. And then that just it just worked out, perfect timing and everything. So yeah, all the Beer Lab guys are super cool. And we've already like worked prior with them, so it was super easy. Now, of course, it's fun. It's beer. Can't go wrong with that either.
I know that the beer lab collab, the beer can design came out like super nice, huh?
Yeah, it's a Bingate print that we kind of made, and we just added our little kind of design aesthetic of putting some of our information like designs in there, and then that just seems to be the theme every year. We just kind of change up the colorways, and then sometimes we just do a different like t-shirt. Like the Beer Lab shirt, the one that had the shisa on it, like I think we made it like 2 or 3 times. Like everybody's like, oh, that, yeah. Everybody loved that print. Even my dad's like, I need to get that. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, must be cool that my dad's asking for it, I guess.
Are you folks going to have it at the next Okinawan Festival?
We'll probably do another something for the Okinawan Festival. I'm not too sure when. Like, yeah, we probably got to get that stuff started soon. But yeah, probably. I want to say every year it's been kind of like a tradition, and we definitely look forward to it. It's always fun working with everybody. Yeah.
I don't know if I saw. Was it sold at this year's festival? I didn't see the T-shirt design, but
I think it was.
It was.
I think so, and I know they sold it online first too, and I think they sold a lot of it online as well. So, if you guys ever want for your guys' organization in Big Island, I mean, hey, to definitely help you guys out, fundraise or whatever, we're always down to help.
Oh, that's a good idea, because like we're going to be planning the Hari Boat Festival in August. So it's a big festival where we're rowing those Okinawan Hari boats, the Sabani boats. So these are these like wooden boats that Nago City in Okinawa gave to Hilo.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have a bunch of teams racing and stuff like that. So we're trying to like
That's pretty sick.
We're trying to get that going, because we haven't done it since 2018, and I wasn't even really involved with the club at that time. So, and a lot of the older people passed away. So,
oh right,
yeah.
So you're the younger of the generation, like trying
to do it, yeah. And awesome. We lost some of that knowledge. So it's like we're kind of starting, not from scratch, but yeah, it's going to be hard to put together. So we're trying to figure it out, but we're going to need T-shirts. So yeah, you're the perfect person.
Yeah, whatever you guys need, whatever we can help with, like definitely down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So how about the Bengata design and the design for Beer Lab and all that stuff? Who came up with it? And, was there any story behind it, or what was the meaning of it, or,
So I think the first designs that we did, it was crazy because I remember Keith Kanagasugu and Todd Shimabuku are my other 2 partners that are Okinawan. My other partner, Jinjo, he's Japanese, half Hauʻoli, so he's Hapa. But I remember for the design, they were looking at a lot of Okinawan prints of like what, what's really familiar or what was used a lot. And I think they just gravitated toward like a Bengata print. Mm-hmm. So they just took the base of that and then just added a little elements of our information, whether it was the high or a crossbone. So it's just small subtle things in there that has our like information DNA in it. And then I think the first colorway was probably my favorite, which everybody wants to sell. I think wants to get it back. It was black and purple, the Okinawan purple. You know what I mean? So yeah, every year it just seems like we just kind of change around the colorways and everything. We keep that, and then T-shirt designs. I know Courtney them wanted to have the 5-4 pattern. Kind of looks like yeah. So we kind of utilize some of that stuff and incorporate it in our designs, and it's cool because every time they have an idea, we also learn a lot of our history and heritage. Like I didn't know about that 5-4 pattern and all of that. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff too, and I know there's a 125th year anniversary coming up about all of the immigration from Okinawa. So I know we're working with them on some of the certain projects on that, and from that we're learning like all the history of like how the immigration started from Okinawa to Hawaii and what brought them here. And it's just like, I guess when you're older you appreciate it more. When younger you're just like whatever history stuff, but then when you're older you're like, oh, that's super cool. So even on both ends, once we learn about some of the history and everything, I know Keith and Todd try to incorporate those those themes and what we learned in the history and then try to incorporate it into the designs of the t-shirt. Sometimes it's not as, sometimes it's super minor and easy, but there's little subtle hints that, we try to incorporate something and have the apparel piece kind of tell the story too.
Yeah, it really turned out super nice. Yeah, I'm glad you folks are doing that. Do you plan on incorporating more like Okinawan design, or more like, I don't know, maybe political stuff, I guess, into your designs, like Zig Zane or like Hawaiian Force and,
Yeah. I think there's a place for that too. I think when it's cool that for us, for information, I think we're so kind of broad and diverse. Like our main focus is more always going to be like surf, skate, music, art, and we still have our other subcultures below that. Like, we have jiu-jitsu, our info motors, like just different segments. And then it's just cool that we can actually have another segment of our business or our DNA to have like Okinawan culture with it. You know what I mean? So that helps kind of incorporate, and we can actually, not everybody can understand why we did this, but if we just kind of gear it towards, like the Okinawan Festival or something, like people that will not only appreciate it, they can also understand it too. So I think, but I think, in the future, they're always, our designers are always thinking out of the box, and there's probably little ways that they would incorporate like little things like that into their,
Are you folks also in Japan and Okinawa?
We have few accounts in Japan. We don't have any accounts in Okinawa. Last time I went, there was a few skate shops, and then like a few, I think I had 2 skate shops I went to, and maybe 1 street. I haven't gone there so long. So yeah, we haven't had anything in Okinawa yet. That'd be pretty cool to have one. I should, if I go there, I'll go to maybe look for one, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that I've talked to a lot of people about too, just like just because the parallels between like Okinawa and Hawaii are like so similar,
Very.
How Hawaii got colonized, and the Hawaiian people lost their language and their culture, and then they went through their whole renaissance, in the 70s, and started with the immersion schools, and how they got their pride back and everything, and I don't know, I think like you folks could like play like a big role, in like helping like the Okinawan people like
tell that story,
and
go through it.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my Okinawan friends, and I was like, so like, how about in Okinawa? Is there like a Zig Zane or Hawaiian Force or Kalopico in like Okinawa? And he's like, no, it's like they don't have that kind of like culture. Right. Yeah, so that's like a big market for you folks. Like you could come in.
That is true. That is true.
Just come in and start that, and I think it could be like huge.
The craziest thing is like I noticed, like I don't know, I think it's just ingrained in our culture too, but like if they know it's an Okinawan, like either a restaurant or brand or whatever it is, all the Okinawan support. It doesn't matter, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much love in that community that they were like, oh, I heard this restaurant is Okinawan owned or whatever. Let's go, like you go down there and support it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's, that's probably like every culture, but it's just like, it just seems like in Hawaii, like, oh, wow, that is like, my parents always go to Utage down here. This is an Okinawan restaurant, right? And they're like, always go down there. And it's because not only the food is good, like the people are super nice, you know what I mean? And so I think, it always feels like the Okinawan community always supports everybody when they're not there, whatever business there is, there's a strong sense of community and support, I feel like too.
Yeah, but I think like also just in Okinawa itself, I think if a Hawaii brand that's Okinawan owned came into the Okinawan community in Okinawa, they would be like, wow, this is a Hawaii brand, we gotta like
that is true.
Yeah, we gotta this is cool, and then maybe like the young people, especially like your brand, because it's a lot of the younger generation, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
They would think it's cool, and maybe it would be like the spark to like do stuff.
That's a good idea. I never thought about that. Yeah, I remember going there, and there was like the only there's probably more Okinawa, but I remember there was an Okinawan aloha shirt brand over there. Like everybody was buying that. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And yeah, the similarities, like you said, between Hawaii and Okinawa, it's like Hawaii had a baby with Japan, and that's what Okinawa is, right? Like, that's kind of
yeah. I mean, it's so many similarities. So hopefully, in the future, you folks can like jump into that and start.
If we do that, I got to give that credit to you, man. That's a freaking brilliant idea. Actually, that is like, wow.
Because it has to start from somewhere, and I don't know if the companies in Okinawa feel like they could actually do that,
Right.
Yeah.
No, when they put it in perspective like that, I'm just like, wow, that is a brilliant idea.
And especially like
we just gotta.
Yeah, I mean, especially even in like mainland Japan too. You market like mainland Japan people think like, oh, this is like Okinawan stuff. It's cool, right? So
right. Yeah.
You folks would probably like do well, like continental Japan also.
That'll be pretty awesome. I never thought about that. That might be our next goal.
Yeah.
If we see it, we gotta give it credit to you.
That's a total new market, right? That you could go into.
Yeah.
How about jiu-jitsu stuff? I mean, I didn't see any like jiu-jitsu stuff. Was there jiu-jitsu stuff on the information site?
Yeah, so we do one about every quarter. We're really lucky early on. When I started about 8 years ago, one of my other partners my other partner Jun is he's still, I guess you can consider still a pro surfer. He did, the title will always stay with you. So he's a pro surfer and just knows a ton of people. So even when I started taking jiu-jitsu, all of a sudden he was like, oh, you're really kind of into this now. Yeah? I'm like, right, it's so fun. I think I was still a wipeout. I was like, dude, it's get my ass kicked every single day, but it's so fun. I just keep on going back for more. And so I was like, dude, would you do on a jiu-jitsu project? And I was like, could we? He's like, yeah. Like he was flying up to the mainland. I think he met with Bear and from Shoyuro. And then he's like, oh, let me introduce you stuff. And then there were, at that time, Bear and an RV from AP did just purchase the 3150 from one of our friends. So they had like another sub brand that they're working on. So we actually got to make a gi with them.
Oh, you did?
I think Bear was, yeah. Oh. So Bear was super busy. So RV was the head of the project from AMP. So we just worked on it. We released it in Hawaii. We did 2 colorways, and then that's how we kind of got the relationship with RV and Bear. I know Bear, but not super good. I'm really good friends with RV. And then over the past few years, we've done about 3. We did 2 other gis after with ANP, and then probably going to make another one for probably our 25th year anniversary. So like, yeah, it's been super fun. Jiu-jitsu basically took over my love for like, I still love skateboarding. I grew up skateboarding, was a sponsored skater when I was younger. As you got older, a lot of my friends that are around the same age are, like people get jobs, have kids, harder time to meet up with everybody and still skate. So I don't know. I had a void of like, feels like I still have to do something. I was getting a little chubby. I'm like, dude, I got to do something. So one of my coworkers at that time is like, here's a gi. You know what I mean? Here's a gi. Go start training jiu-jitsu. And that was basically my introduction. I had a bunch of friends. One of my other friends that I grew up with in the punk rock scene and everything, he runs a Central Wahoo Jiu-Jitsu in Wahiawa. So I started off with him and his wife, Noelle, really good friends. And so I felt really comfortable there. So I started off there. And then about a year later, I went over to Mad Tiger. And that's where my friend that gave me the gi was like, dude, you got to come here too. Like, I was like, okay. And I tried it out. I was like, oh, a little bit closer to home. I like the vibe. You're a little bit more intense. It was fun. It was super fun. Definitely got my ass kicked a lot more. And I was just more hooked. And then it just didn't ever stop. And now, like, I just see so much, similarities between skateboarding and jiu-jitsu, like the stoke that I get, the lickings that you take and everything. But it's so fun. It's like skateboarding. The tricks are endless. And it's just like jiu-jitsu techniques, right? They're endless. Can never learn everything. So, and then now at least days you can tap, because falling downstairs and shit now definitely can't tap when you're falling down. I mean, you're gonna just take it. So at least now you can kind of survive a little bit.
I don't understand the skateboard guys. Like how did all the skateboard guys like skate without like all the protection? It's like
yeah, we took. I mean, we definitely. I think now too, it's like I never noticed, but like I was like my knees, certain stuff. I was like, oh, why is it so sore? And then my friend's like, dude, you just skated your whole life. But what do you think your knees and your stuff, and you think you're gonna be forever young, right? Until you start like, oh shit, my body's kind of falling apart. But I guess that. But you have so much fun doing it that you don't really care about your body getting destroyed, right? Like it's like it's sore, but I'm having so much fun. And when you do land that trick, or you do hit that submission, you get that super stoked feeling, and that's why you just keep on going back from there. So. You'll take all the donuts along with all the with everything.
Is there like a motorized skateboard?
There is. I've seen some. I've never actually. I did rode once. I'm from the old school. I'm very traditionalist. So I'm just like, it's always into skating, street, ramp, pools. You know what I mean? Like when I see like other stuff, I'm like, oh, that's cool, but you're never gonna be able to hit a handrail with that. But then there is that, but it's like for transportation, dude, that's so good. You don't have to
for transportation.
Press the button.
Yeah.
You don't need to I don't even got to worry about it.
So what is that? Is it like a hand control or something that you use?
Yep. And it's super fast. Like when I tried it, I was like, oh, you could eat shit on this really bad. You did like, it went pretty fast. And then there's a brake on it too, but it was super interesting. But it's fun. It was fun. I still feel like I have more control on a regular skateboard than like on a motorized for me. Yeah.
So you used to do like all like you said, like the bowl stuff and the ramps and all that stuff before. Yeah,
I know. On Oahu, we didn't have too much ramps. We had Hickam when we grew up. I grew up there, skating there a lot, and then just a lot of street. Not too much really bowls and pools until later on. When all the cool skate parks came up with all the bowls and stuff, like that's when I started getting older and it was getting a little tougher to skate on the bigger stuff. So even now, if I do ever skate a big pool and stuff, I think I'll probably wear knee pads and helmet. Like, that's how old I am now. Like I gotta walk, and plus now it's like I'd rather train and then rather than get hurt and then like kind of train. So I really pick and choose my battles now.
Yeah, it's scary to drop in. Like I mean, I do some super minimal skateboarding, and my son wanted to skateboard, so he said, okay, we'll go skateboard. And then in Hilo, there was like a skateboard shop with like a small, what do you call it when they...
Like a half pipe?
Like a half pipe.
Half pipe?
Yeah.
Yep.
But a real small drop in. And then I was like, okay, we're gonna try to drop in now. Like, it was like so scary. I was like, oh. Man,
hey, at least you tried, it's just like anything. You don't know until you try, and when you try, you're like, oh, okay, it's fun, but I think that's relevant, right? It's fun, but it's scary at the same time.
I had my knee pads, my elbow pads, I had my helmet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
There's even a big, I mean, I know Big Island, there's a place I think it's called Volcano Park. It's an indoor, huge, yeah. That park, I've never got to skate that, but I remember. Yeah,
that's a huge drop. I was like, I'm not going on this drop. This is too big.
Yeah, no, that park looks fun, but it looks big. It definitely looks big.
But so when did you start jiu-jitsu? How many years was that?
I started kind of late. I started when I was 42.
Wow.
I just, like I said, like I think it started, like besides my friend giving me the gi, probably when I was 41, I was picking up a little box and I blew out my back. And I was tripping out. I was like, dude, something's not right. I'm going down to pick up a little box and my back just like froze up, and I was in pain for like, I can't remember, maybe a month or so. So I knew at that time, I was like, okay, I'm getting older. I probably can't skate as much. I better do something. So I started to take CrossFit just to strengthen my body and stuff. So that kind of gave me the confidence to like, after when my friend gave me the gi, he's like, when trying jiu-jitsu, I was like, oh, at least I have some cardio and I'm not weak as crap anymore. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're strong or not, but at least I have a little bit of cardio. So it gave me the confidence to kind of try jiu-jitsu. And then, like, again, once I started, I got the gi, and then I've been hooked. So even now, it's kind of like a call it Todd and Jun started training jiu-jitsu. Todd started training about 3 years ago, and Jun just started like about 4 months ago. So now they're like, we just gotta get one more partner and to go start training, and then the whole crew will be there. But it's like again, like there's so much things. Like it's been my like my mental, like keeps my mental health in check, my regular physical health in check. It keeps me, like it's such a good outlet to do after a hard day's work, or just if there's a stressful day. Like it's, even if, like I said, even if you get your ass kicked, it's still such a good day. If you leave there feeling so good. So, and then, just like in any jiu-jitsu community, there's so much good people in there. You meet so much good people, and it's just fun. I don't know. It's been like, it's like that. Like I said, skateboarding will never be replaced, but jiu-jitsu took a large part of that, like that feeling that I had from that. Yeah.
So how many days a week are you training now?
I'm getting ready for Asia Open.
Oh, you're doing that?
Yeah, I did it last year. It was super fun. I feel like I gotta get redemption in the last, like, yeah, so I'm like, I gotta go back. But yeah, I train usually like about 5 days a week.
Oh, you're serious, huh?
Yeah. And it's crazy because I haven't, ever since I started, I've been at least, like 4 to 5 times a week. I'm just, whatever I do, I get completely obsessed. So I got to pick and choose my hobbies.
Wow.
But the only thing now is like I kind of know how to recover better, how to like, don't go to 100% every day. There's days you can just do technique or drill, you know what I mean? So out of those 5 days, I'm not going balls to the wall.
Yeah.
It's like I train smarter.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not that serious. I mean, I started jiu-jitsu like maybe like 20 years ago,
Oh, gee, the OG, man. That's dope.
Yeah, when I started, I was in Hilo already, and
okay.
I started at BJ Penn's like old place,
Oh, wow.
So it was definitely different,
It was more tough back then, way more tough.
Everybody that's training jiu-jitsu, they're training to fight, right? So
yeah. It wasn't as welcoming as now. Like I know that.
Definitely wasn't as welcoming. So I had so many injuries.
Oh my God.
And then, yeah, so I got so many injuries, and then I didn't train for a long time. So I only started training again when my son's, maybe I started training when my son started going to jiu-jitsu. So then I got back into jiu-jitsu again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely more of a hobbyist. I'm like 2 days a week, 3 days a week. That's
that's all you need. That's all you need, though. To me, that's all you need. Like 2 to 3 times a week. Like that's all you need. Like that's a lot to some people. Like the older I get, it's like when you have a family, you have work, you have different priorities in life. Even if you can make it there 1 day a week, that's still a win,
Yeah.
Like it's life. Life stuff happens regardless what happens. So to see people always like leave and come back, I get it. It's like, and I think too, if I started when I was younger, I probably would. I never had an ego, but I'm probably more stubborn to tap. I probably would get hurt way more. Now I'm old. You're like, no.
Yeah.
I gotta walk tomorrow. Like I know you got this. I'm not trying to be stubborn or dumb. So.
Yeah, that's a good topic to talk about. I mean, how do you, especially I think, going back to like Okinawans, and like, I think for Okinawans, there's a lot of like intergenerational like trauma, just because of what the older generation went through before, and, and it got passed down, I think, to us in some way,
Yep.
So what do you think, how do you think jiu-jitsu helps with like working through your shit and stuff?
Your shit, yeah. It's funny. You hit it right on the dot, though. I remember, like, it's not a bad trait to have. It's a good trait. Like my mom and my mom with that would always say, what's it called? Gamang. You just like suck it up. You don't like complain about it. You just suck it up. I do like that. Like you don't need to go out and, I don't know if it's our generation or like our older parents. I feel the older generation were a lot more tougher. So it's like, dude, just suck it up and figure it out. They didn't really give you ways of how to figure it out, but that was their mentality. You try not to like show that what you're going through, and you just kind of So I think as in like jiu-jitsu wise, if you do not want to talk about it, you do have a physical outlet of like getting your frustrations out. And that, to me, that helps. Like whether it's a stress reliever, right? Like not only like getting rid of stress, you're releasing endorphins, you're getting physically fit. So there's a lot more attributes to that. And then, you know, for me, jiu-jitsu, like ever since I started, I wish I started earlier just in the mental aspect, because when we first started our business, we had we still go through ups and downs, but a lot of the stresses that came through me, like, like all of us would be like kind of freaking out, like, oh shit, what will we do? You know, jiu-jitsu has definitely taught me to like calm down my brain. Like, hey, you know what? You're in a shitty spot. Okay, well, what can you do? You have 2 or 3 options, right? And trying to help you slow down your brain, get situated, and kind of help categorize your thoughts under a stressful situation. So me being in jiu-jitsu now is like, if some problems come up, I'm like, that's not even that bad. Right? It's like, there's still 2 options there. And if we go to try to these 2 options and it doesn't work out, there might be another option at the end of the other option. So it's just, to me, it's like that mindset of problem solving, you know, being in a difficult spot. And especially if you get to train the night before or that morning, I mean, you have hard, tough runs when you come to work and physically just eat it up already. So your mind is like, oh, I have a problem, but shit, it's not like me getting choked out the last freaking, like last night I went up with my friends, Macy, he's one of our team riders. He's another pro surfer, and we knew him from it, but he's a black belt. And like literally last night I had a whole round. He got to my back in the beginning and it was literally a whole round of me just trying to defend a choke. It was just me like just, he was choking me, got out. Like the whole round was just me getting, and after he just like, oh, you did good. I'm just like, holy crap. But it was, you know, exhausting, but it was still so fun. And a hard day at work is still not as physically and mentally stressful as somebody trying to just choke the shit out of you, right? So to me, even there's that hard physical part that really helps strengthen not only your body but your mind. I think it really helps that in problem solving. To me is one of the biggest things. Like having to be, I don't want to say cool under pressure, but being able to relax in a high tense situation and then try to figure out the right way to do something to help solve that problem. Yeah. So I think that's the biggest thing I've learned. Like I think that helps translate the mat to like regular life stuff.
Yeah. And maybe I think you're definitely right about the ego stuff too. For sure, you know, when I was younger too, just that ego about like not tapping, yeah, you know. And now
I know for a fact I would have been like that, guarantee.
But it's like, yeah, I think it really it helps you kind of break down that barrier a little bit. It's like, you know, you tap and oh well, you know, you got caught, right?
Yeah.
You know, so like,
yeah, you get caught. I still remember one of my friends just starting, and he was like maybe his 2nd or 3rd day, and he's a bigger guy too. And then he's like, "Hey, man, my arm's sore. I think I popped my elbow." I was like, "Oh yeah? Wait, you just started? Who did that?" And he's like, and he was kind of hesitant to say. I was like, "Oh, over there." And I was like, "Oh, that guy over there, the blue belt?" And he's like, "Another one behind her." It was this girl. I was like, "Oh, dude, yeah. Just because she's smaller and stuff, that you gotta learn how to that your ego like." Yeah, the girls can beat us up. Dude. Like you gotta learn that. Like there's no ego and there's no shame in tapping. He's like, I think, did you tap? Was it getting tight and sore? He's like, yeah, but you didn't tap. Yeah, and then she popped. He's like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, that you're gonna learn real quick that the girls can beat you up with just technique. It doesn't matter. And he's like, oh yeah, and I was like, yeah, I learned that too. No worries. I didn't go that far, but I knew like, okay, wow, yeah, some of the girls can kick your ass when you're first starting, so don't even worry about that. You're gonna get a lot more of that. Yeah.
I mean, it seems like maybe not so much in jiu-jitsu, but I think in MMA, you know, a lot of people that go into MMA, they have a lot of emotional baggage, and they go into MMA, you know, and I think through, you know, just through that training and through that hardship, it helps, right? It helps them process. Yeah. It helps people process that stuff, you know. So it does something.
It does. I don't know. I think it's like part like mental, probably like it releases endorphins and all of that stuff to make you feel better. But yeah, I think the mental baggage does come with a price. But I think, yeah, like doing hard physical things, I think is probably one of the best ways to help sort those kind of stuff out. Whatever you do, like, where boxing or MMA or surfing, like, can be, there's so much different. As long as it's something physical and hard and tough, I think you come out of it like feeling a little bit better whenever you do it.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to convey, to my son, especially, and my partner. She's not really into jiu-jitsu,
Oh yeah, my girlfriend is like, no, too much sweat, it's gross. I'm like, I get it. I've been trying to get her on the mats forever, but yeah, she's the same way.
Because I think if you don't do it, right, then it's hard to explain to somebody.
Yeah.
Why is it so fun, and why is it, people just don't understand, Yeah. And some people might never understand, but yeah.
But once you do, if you can get it on there, and then you can instantly, the people that might get hooked. You're like, wow, okay. It's weird. It's even just getting not really getting totally your ass kicked the first day, but just seeing what somebody can do to you who's really smaller, or just, like somebody that you think, you could be super big, and like I said, that little girl can go and put you in an arm bar or choke you out, and you're just like, holy crap, dude, this is nuts. Like, you really put some perspective into your head when that happens. So that's a pretty funny thing.
So you haven't convinced your girlfriend to trade?
I've been trying. It's funny. So like, even one time, like, it's like, dude, like, it's fun. And I taught her how to do a rear naked choke. And I said, when I tap, you let go. And so she did it perfectly. I'm tapping and she's not letting go. I'm like, and she's like, what? I was like, that's it. I'm like, you hold on it for a little bit more longer. I'm going to pass out. She's like, oh, is it that fast? I'm like, it's that fast. Yes. And you're squeezing as hard as you can. I'm going to, I say, I was tapping, right? She's like, yeah, but you're just doing it for a little while. I was like, you got to let go.
You just do it for a little while.
And she was like, just holding on. I was like, tap. I was like, really? You're going to, she's like, is it like, really? I'm like, yes, I'm going to knock out. So it's super funny to like, like see somebody can apply something like that, but she's still never, when I'm washing my geese, she's like, dude, your geese smell like sweat. I'm like, yeah, you roll with like 20 other guys that's sweating. Like, what do you expect, But it'll be, but it's cool. Like, like you get to share that experience with your son on the mat. And I think that's one of the best ways to bond with your kid, to have that time. I think, yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, I think my daughter enjoys it a little bit more because she's she's only almost 5 right now, but
nice.
Yeah, it's more of a game, and then she can it's just play, right?
It's play,
and there's no, at their age there's like no ego involved. It's just play, so
you're just having fun, which is the main thing.
Yeah. But I think if she continues doing it, then there's so many lessons, that she'll learn, and the self-defense aspect too, especially for women, right? So
for women, yeah. When I see girls compete, dude, to me some of the girls are way more aggressive than dudes.
Yeah, I don't think people understand. Like some of the women that roll, they just go hard.
They want to kill me. Yeah, there's a couple girls in the comp class, and sometimes I'm just like, I gotta use a little bit of my man strength because I do not want to get totally killed by you guys. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can only use so much technique, and then
yeah. Have you had a chance to like travel like around the world and do jiu-jitsu?
So far, only time last year was the first year I got to travel internationally. I went to Japan for Asia Open last year too. Got to train at like a couple of spots down there. Super fun. Other than that, when I train, like if I go to the mainland, I usually go to Vegas about 4 to 6 times a year. My other partner, Todd, lives out there. So I just go to his academy. We have mats in his garage. So every time we go up there, we end up like either training in the morning and working the rest of the day, or work in the morning and then at evening we'll go train. So we're always like, it's always fun to go up there and train at different academies at different spots. A lot super Planet Hawaii people too. So that's always fun. I didn't get to train any place yet in like California, or anything. But mostly, yeah, it's Vegas, Japan, and now if wherever I go, I'll always bring extra gi if I go like wherever, just so can go train somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I don't think people understand that it's like it's such a worldwide like community. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so surprising. You can go anywhere in the world and you're gonna find like a gym.
Yeah, and people there are gonna be like super cool, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, they'll take you out. They even like show you around. Like, and that's why I say there's a really like huge parallel from like skateboarding and jiu-jitsu, because it's like jiu-jitsu and skateboarders have their own language, whether it's the the techniques or the tricks. Skateboarding, you can go any place in the world and skate somewhere and meet a skateboarder, and you skate it, and they were like, oh cool, and you make friends with them. They'll show you around their area, and if you ever come back to Hawaii, we're going to reciprocate that that hospitality. So same with jiu-jitsu. I feel like you go wherever, like, dude, come back, and when you come to Hawaii, so when you come to Hawaii, we're like, oh, we'll show you around, so it's really cool. There's that very similar community aspect of that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, we were just in Aotearoa, New Zealand for maybe.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
When we just went for for Christmas break.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I just reached out to some team, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, go. You folks are staying in this Taupo area. Go train with one of my affiliates over there." So I just reached out to them and dropped in. They weren't even having classes because I guess it's kind of weird in New Zealand during their holidays. They kind of shut everything down, so they weren't even, they weren't even like training. They didn't have classes or anything, but the guy was like, oh yeah, we're just getting a bunch of guys together. You can come down and we're just going to roll and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a little bit nervous because I'm always getting nervous when I go to a new gym. I don't know, like,
oh yeah,
how's the gym? How's this gym going to be and stuff like that, so.
Yeah.
But everybody.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Everybody's nice.
Yeah. I mean, there's only been maybe like one gym that was like a little bit aggressive, but most of the gyms have been pretty good. But the guys were like super cool, and we must have rode like continuous rounds for like an hour and a half or 2 hours. I don't remember.
Oh, nice.
It was so crazy. I was so tired. But after that, we just kick back, have a couple beers, and everybody's like,
nice.
It's super nice. Yeah.
Talk story. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was talking with one of the guys, and just going back to like Maori culture, he kind of started one of the guys kind of started jiu-jitsu in Aotearoa. So he was saying that he was talking to me about their culture a little bit and how they have a Maori jiu-jitsu tournament, and everybody that enters the jiu-jitsu tournament, they have to submit their genealogy, because
that's kind of cool.
Because he wants all the competitors to know, their ancestors. So
he's kind of teaching them some like ancestry type thing along the way. That's cool.
Yeah. So like he said, he didn't care how they submitted it. They could like write it on a piece of paper or do whatever, but everybody that competed had to submit that for the tournament, Yeah.
Well, that's smart. Like, that's something like, that's how you would get Okinawan people to like figure out where their genealogy is from. That's super smart. That's cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, and he was talking about just like how jiu-jitsu was like such a complementary fit, for their culture, because he was saying, a lot of people don't have an outlet, they don't have an outlet to, especially men, I think. Yeah. They don't have that outlet. Especially in their warrior culture,
to release very warrior culture down there,
so it serves as that outlet for their culture and everything. So super cool.
Was there all the guys like just big and jacked? Like when I think of Maoris, I think of like some big brothers that are like, you know what I mean? Like there's probably a little bit bigger than some Hawaii guys, it's bigger than some Okinawan, you know what I mean? So
definitely bigger than Okinawans for sure. But there are some smaller people too,
Oh yeah. Because when I just in my mind, I just think of like guys that are like The Rock or something, you know what I mean? That's like Maori or something. But
Yeah, and then I did get to train in Okinawa at just one gym, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that
You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know when I go down there.
I don't know any gyms. I just know that one gym that I went to. But oh yeah, but that gym was pretty friendly. But like I can say that like all the purple belts, everybody's lining up to like
Oh
to,
yeah,
like,
test you. They see your, you don't see your age. They see your belt, and you're like. I only noticed that like as I got to like purple belt and then go to someplace else. Oh, I can see all the young guys like, okay. Well, I mean, not like anything dick, but you're like, I want to see if this guy can hold up. Like, okay, so even now with being a brown belt, it's like, oh, geez, yeah. You see someone else, oh, you went right. Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I don't go to any like MMA gyms, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because even jiu-jitsu in like some of the MMA gyms is a little bit different culture. Yeah. You know, so yeah, I went.
I don't want some young guy to rip a heel hook and I can walk for the rest of my vacation.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This is just fun. I'm just coming in just for fun, you know. So
just for fun, have fun, get some rows in, not try to be world champion. Like, yeah.
I know. Yeah, that's I rode at a gym in Quebec.
Oh wow!
It kind of was an MMA gym that did jiu-jitsu. Yeah, it's definitely a different like culture. You know, definitely a lot more aggressive people and
aggressive. Yeah.
But
it's to me, it's still good to put yourself in there just to see where your jiu-jitsu stands, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't die. I
didn't die.
Still okay. Oh yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah. So what weight do you compete in though?
Light feather.
Okay.
So 141 with gi.
Okay, so yeah, you and me about the same weight,
same size.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like usually for worlds there's maybe about 3 to 4 people in my division, sometimes 5. When I sign up for Asia Open, there's like our age, our rank, and our weight. There's so much because it's Japan, right? Everybody's more our size. I think I have about 7 people already in my division for Asia Open,
wow.
So it should be pretty fun. Yeah.
Wow.
But like usually like like down here, local tournaments, there's plus I'm old, so yeah, there's barely anybody in my division for one, and then now you have to have the weight and then your rank too. So
yeah,
still so fun. But
so I don't compete that much. I mean, the last time I competed, when was that? Like, it was the Worlds in like 2000 before COVID. Yeah.
Nice.
I competed at Rooster though, because I'm a little bit fatter now, but so
you're eating good. You're not fat, right? Eating good.
But yeah, I don't know if I'm not sure if I'm going to compete again. I think about it, but I'm just not that serious, you know. So
to me, it's like a itch. It's phases. Yeah, I feel like I kind of feel like competing. I don't know if it's from being a ski, like doing a lot of contests and stuff. I do like to compete.
Mm-hmm.
I like the preparation. I like all of that stuff. I hate losing. I haven't won anything at brown belt yet, but I am definitely like, okay, this year maybe. Come on, I gotta like, yeah.
Wow.
I like just trying to set the goal and then see if I can obtain it too. Right, that's part of the fun part too. But yeah, so far as brown belt, I have won. I entered a lot and I lost a lot. But it's still fun. I'm just like still fine tuning and try to get better. So
yeah, I think
we'll see.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Yeah, you compete, you get so much better when you compete. You know. Yeah, because you're always preparing, you know, to get better. Yeah, you know. So
yeah, and then when you lose, you're like, okay, I made that mistake, this mistake. That mistake, okay, let's not do that again. And you feels like you'd never do that mistake again because you don't want to go down that path again.
Yeah. So I guess just regarding like going back to Okinawa stuff, how do you think Okinawans here and Okinawans back in Okinawa, how can we spark that renaissance? You know, what are your ideas about that?
I would say I'm guilty of it. I'm probably not as involved as like I should be for like like I said, there's only a small contribution that I try to help with the HUA, but having, I guess, the more stuff like to have Taikai and just having more communication with the organizations in Okinawa and Hawaii. And I always try to like, kind of try to bridge that gap and having that communication of doing, whether it's certain events or some type of exchange programs. When you go over there, there's people that can take you and show your village or whatever, because not everybody knows where their family came from or whatnot. So I know just having that communication and trying to help. I don't know if there's different organizations in Okinawa. I would want to say there is, because I remember a couple of the people on the board are always saying like, yeah, when we go there, they talk to certain people. But just having to build that bridge and that communication more and more, I think to keep that renaissance and then get it bigger, it's definitely going to help to incorporate and involve the youth. Mm-hmm. Like there's the generation that's going to be helping carry on that tradition. As for me, it's like I only as I got older, I appreciate it, like going to Okinawan Festival and you see other grandma and grandpas, but you see that shrinking, right? Because like everybody's getting older. So I think it's not only our duty, but part of our heritage to keep carrying on, so we don't lose that tradition. We don't lose our heritage and our language like how we did before. And you want to bring all of that back. So it's definitely like incorporating the youth, because they're the next generation that's going to help carry on that message to further generations. And I think there's more. I think compared to when like our grandmas them until now, I think there's more resources. It's just probably help organizing and categorizing it to where the communication is constant between Okinawa and Hawaii. And yeah, and having like, again, I think the best way is also having like those events to bring the whole community together, because the more community that comes together, that aspect, there's more interactions just within those communities, and there's different people always have better ideas and different ideas to help and grow that community, make it funner or whatever. So everybody, has their own vision and what they can contribute definitely to like the Okinawan, community. So it's definitely the youth is going to be the next, just like anything to me, the youth is going to be the next people that we need to focus on, and just having that constant connection, whether it's, the communication between Hawaii and Okinawa, how to bridge that communication consistently, that I do not know, but we'd love to help facilitate that at one point or the other.
Yeah, I think you folks are doing a good job though, with especially reaching that younger demographic,
We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Yeah, for sure.
We're getting older too. So it's like, it's cool, because like we always try to, our thoughts too is even for our businesses, we always have that youth mindset. I'm always asking, all the employees that we work with, like, hey, what do you think about this design? What are your thoughts? What do you think we can make better? At a certain point when you're older, I'm stuck in my old ways, and I don't want to get like that. I want to make sure I have a fresh set of eyes, and that's the same way that we got to focus on for the Okinawan culture. You need to have a fresh set of eyes, because they see other stuff that we may be missing. And as we get older, we get, we're hard-headed, we're Okinawan, so you're gonna be stuck in our ways too. So it's always good to see what the next generation has an idea, and helping with like technology, getting messages out there more on like Instagram and TikTok and all of that other resources that they have. The communication is a lot more available for everybody to see, rather than back in the day you would have to read a note from your great grandma from Okinawa to everybody, to the family. Now you can just email, you can FaceTime, right? So it's just using the resources and technologies and everything, and how to kind of help bridge that communication here, all the generations.
Yeah, for sure. You got anything else to share? What you want to talk about?
No, I don't know. Thank you. I was super stoked to meet you and talk story, and yeah, whatever. And again, like whatever we can do to help Big Island stuff. And if you ever come to Oahu, definitely got to meet up, and vice versa. If you go to Big Island, I'll definitely hit you up.
Yeah, for sure. Hit me up, and I'll let you know like when the Hottie Boat Festival is. You folks want to get together a team or something.
That's I've never. It's dope because I've never heard about that. I have no knowledge of that. I never knew like there was a festival and stuff like that. It sounds dope. It's like, is it like kind of canoes with like oars, or what is it? What is it? That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Is it a certain like design of the boats too, or is it like?
It's kind of like it's like I like kind of like a dragon boat, like a Chinese dragon boat.
Okay. Oh, that's kind of dope.
Yeah. So there's like somebody that steers in the back, and then in the competition, there's like this person that does a gong, so they're like pounding this gong thing.
Yeah.
And everybody's supposed to be paddling in sync with that gong.
In unison.
Yeah.
Hey, that's dope. See, I had no idea. And that was something like from back in the day, like that was like a traditional boat race or something.
Yeah. So I think it's still very popular back in Okinawa, so the various villages will have this festival,
That's super cool. I had no idea. Is there anything like that on Oahu?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, this is the 125th year, right, of the immigration anniversary. So, we want to get that going, and yeah, hopefully we got a lot of teams that come down and paddle. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
That'd be cool. You're entering too? You're paddling?
I don't know if I can paddle just because I'm kind of helping out with the festival, so.
Oh, you're the organizer. Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll have time to do it. I want to paddle, but I think I think I'll be running around doing stuff.
Running around, yeah. You're holding it down when that event is going on, for sure. Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope it works out. We want it to be big, but just keeping it traditional, keeping it educational, keeping it fun for people. There's gonna be an after party. Got to get the after party going too. So yeah.
Well, let us know too. Like I'll send up some promo stuff, regardless. Like some Okinawan Festival stuff, whatever we have left over.
Okay.
We'll send some up. You guys can give out. Like gifts or whatever. Whatever. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Love to help out.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure it out, all that stuff out now. So it's coming.
Yeah, well, you got my number and everything. Yeah, definitely let me know, man. Love to help out.
Okay, well, shoots, I appreciate you talking with me, Ryan, and we'll keep in touch. And yeah, good to meet you.
Definitely good to meet you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, shoots. Talk later. Okay,
have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Later. Oh, bye-bye.
If you loved today's episode, we'd greatly appreciate your support. Please consider making a small donation at donorbox.org/Loochoo Nation. Your contribution helps us continue creating great content for you. Ipe Nife Debiru.